Ooh, let's see what he throw in there. Some wet apple chips, I believe. See the charcoal down in there? And he's throwing wet apple chips in there. That's what'll give us some good apple smoke flavor. He's had those soaking in water. How long have you soaked those chips in water?
It's been there about an hour right now.
Okay, about an hour. You want to soak them about an hour, I guess. I'm just the videographer right here. He's the master, pit master here. Or drum master, I guess. We don't have a pit, we have a drum. Look at all that smoke coming up. That's what'll give our ribs that good smoky flavor. Y'all, this is where I had my garden. We've got it cleaned up now. And now I don't know that I'll do that kind of a garden again next year. It didn't go over real well. I mean, it was okay, but not the greatest in the world. Woo! Smoke follows beauty. I guess we're beautiful, aren't we? All right, he's putting on his gloves. I guess we're getting ready to work, aren't we? Tell us what you're doing as you're doing it.
I'm putting on my glove.
Coco's over here got her a piece of bark. She thinks that's fun.
Putting on my other glove.
All right, there's it's a iron grate we've got there. And these have little, I don't know if y'all can see or not, for all the smoke. You can't, but they've got, see right here? Those go in there and hold that grate up. They're positioned around there at different intervals and so forth. It's putting water in a pan over here. That's just an aluminum pan. Put some water in it, so that'll keep them good and moist. Okay. That's going in on that grate that he just put in there. All right. See all our smoke? That's what's going to cook our meat here in a minute. All right, and here he's coming with the other grate, one we're going to put our meat on. All right, and y'all see it sits right here on that top level. See that? I don't know if you can see it or not for all the smoke. I don't think you can, because we're really smoking out here, y'all. Woo! I can't get us out of the smoke, y'all. Now he's just going to take this meat here and just lay it on there. Are you laying it bone side down?
Yes.
Okay, so we're laying it bone side down. Like I said, y'all, these have been in the refrigerator overnight, about 12 hours, marinating with all this rub and stuff on them. Okay, you all cannot see this because it's too smoky. Now you can see a little bit. The wind carried a little smoke away.
Right into my eyes.
And it got in mine too over there a minute ago. It's one of our larger pieces going on there. Is that all of them?
Well, I left one big one in there because you know I do it an hour later.
Oh yeah, okay, all right,
And
fine,
then the other
perfect.
two, you
I forgot. Yep, all right,
know.
all right, we're good, we're good. All right, now then, see all that smoke rolling out there? Now he has to put the ring around it to seal it down tight. And to hold all of our heat in there. It's telling us right now the temperature's not quite at 200 degrees. Boy, that wind moved something over there, scared her to death. Okay. All right. That's it. They get to sit there now for an hour, and he'll bring his brack out here and put them on there, and then we'll have, then we leave them, what, 2 more hours? Tell us what we're doing here.
Well, we're trying to get smoke out of our eyes right now. They are going to cook. The ribs that are on here right now are going to cook for 3 hours uncovered. As I said in last night's video, which I don't know whether it's combined with this one or not.
Yeah, it will be.
Let's get out of the smoke.
Yeah, let's do that.
These ribs are going to cook 3 hours uncovered on the grill. All we have on them is our rub. In 1 hour, I'm going to add my rack of ribs to it, since I like the ribs that don't just fall off in the mush. Then after the 3 hours, we'll come back, we'll open this up, we'll take the ribs off of here, we'll wrap them in aluminum foil, but before we close them up, we'll put a little bit of apple juice in them to give them to keep them a little more moist.
Can you use water?
Give them, I've never tried it. There's not much point in using water.
Okay.
Okay. And actually, moisture, it seems like there's a real concern about moisture with these smokers, but actually, you don't smoke at a very high heat. The flames have probably been close to extinguishing this smoker right now. And what's going to happen is it's just going to hold it. Now, after the 3 hours, we wrap it up in aluminum foil, put a little bit of apple juice in there, and we close it back up. We leave it on the smoker for another 2 hours. Then we come back and we unwrap them, and then we spread our barbecue sauce on them, and we leave them for another hour.
And that just kind of caramelizes our barbecue sauce
then
into
we're done. The important thing with
I see since you put that lid and everything on, the temperature's really gone up.
smoky meat is you want to smoke probably around about 220 degrees. That's the ideal. Now, as we can see, this is hot right now. This is up about 280 right now. That usually happens when you first start them up. Now, airflow is a very important part of your smoker. And the more airflow you get into your smoker, the more it will burn and the more the temperature will go up, the higher your temperature gets. So in order to choke your temperature down, you cut the airflow down. And this particular one, this is an entry point for my air. I just screw this little cap on here. And I'll screw this little cap on this side. Now, this on the front is a valve.
Okay, let me show them that.
And I can adjust the amount of air with this valve to even finer point. I have this valve completely open right now. So my 3 possible air induction areas, I have one completely fully open. If I need to cut it down more, I can turn this and maybe cut it to half. But generally it should stay like this. Now, you've got to regulate this temperature. You've got to pay a lot of attention to it now for probably about the next 30 minutes or so. But it should level off. This thermometer, this is really a cheap, this is just a really cheap thermometer. It's about a $5 or $10 thermometer, and it's not, supposedly not very accurate. But I made a mistake and I bought I'm getting turned around for some reason.
Because the smoke's in my face.
I bought a fancy thermometer several years ago. I paid like $50 some for it. And it's one of these that has a digital readout. It has a digital readout on the side here. And also it has a remote. So like you can go in the house and you can see what the temperature is on your smoker. It's got a little lead that goes in here. Matter of fact, I drilled a hole right here. It has 2 leads, and one.
Our daughter just pulled in.
One gives you an internal temperature of the smoker, and the other will probe the meat. You can put it straight in the meat. It malfunctioned, and it really caused me to really burn up a several wonderful racks of ribs.
And a pork loin, too.
And at that point, and I played a pork loin in there.
I think we did, because it was burnt charred.
And pork loin turned out fine, but the ribs were just way far too done. And since then I trust my instincts on this smoker. You kind of get to know your smoker, and this thermometer on here is really not that accurate. I can't remember whether it shows to a hot temperature or a cold temperature, but I really just get really concerned if it gets over in the blue or it gets way over here. But these ribs are fairly foolproof, and as I said, they should be done in about 6 hours.
All right, we'll be back and show you when we get ready to wrap them up. Okay, y'all can see we're out here. We're getting ready to wrap them in foil and put the apple juice on them. But you can see that the smoke has really calmed down a lot on it. See, there's not near as much smoke pouring out as there was. See if I can get over here and find the temperature. He's had to turn it around. Temperature's still running a little hot. So we'll see when he takes them out, and we'll see what they look like. All right, here he goes. He's taking the top off. We'll see if we can sneak a peek. Oh, look at him. Don't they look good? Now it's time to wrap them up. I'm gonna see if I can help him. Try to position y'all where you can see. Oh, y'all looking at the sky now. Now then, you can see what we're doing here.
It's a big piece.
All right. Hold me some on here.
We'll wrap them one at a time.
Yeah. All right. How much apple juice did we put on there?
Well,
Just
that's plenty.
okay. So y'all saw it. So we just kind of poured it over them. Oh, let me do it this way. All right. I was about to say these others are small pieces, aren't they?
Plenty. Baby's going to get done early.
Oh, shoot. Let me redo this one. Poked a hole in it.
Getting real big gobbed up like this, there won't be room on the grill for them.
Oops. Okay.
Notice a lighter color. These have been cooking for an hour or less. That's plenty. Fire going down there now.
All right. Now we just close them back up and leave them for another hour, right?
Firing your smoker is not a good thing. Leave them for 2 more hours,
2 more hours like this.
which I may pull them a little earlier than that.
Okay. Temperature's coming down on it now, though, so that's a good thing. All right, y'all, we're going to go back in and work on some other things, and we'll come back out when he's ready to do something else. He said 2 more hours. So they've been on for 3 hours, right? Total,
They've
right
been
now?
on-
The longest ones have been on for 3 hours.
Not quite 3. Let me check my time. 'Cause
Okay.
I pulled these a little earlier because of the heat.
Okay, all right, so So they've not been quite 3 hours. That's the longest ones. The others, the lighter colored ones, have been on there less than that.
They've been on about 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Okay, and the others have been on right
An
at
hour 45.
an hour and 45 minutes. Okay. All right then. So
The truest test is going to be next hour. In 2 hours when they come out of the foil. I may pull them a little bit earlier than that. And the biggest thing it's going to tell is what do the ribs look like on the ends? Are the bones really exposed? Can you see like that much of the bones? That'll tell you they're done. The last hour on the smoker is mainly just to work the barbecue sauce in.
okay. All right. All right. So we'll be back in about an hour and a half and see what they look like. Oh, there's our ribs. These are the ones that were not on as long. These are the darker ones. These cooked longer. And look at this. They just fall apart. Look at that. Yummy. And there's the rest of our barbecue sauce all jarred up, ready to be canned. I will put this in the water bath canner for about 30 minutes, I guess. And then take them out and let them seal. And we'll have barbecue sauce on our pantry shelf for the next year, maybe 2. So, y'all make you a batch of barbecue sauce and can it. It'll be delicious. You'll be so glad you did. Y'all remember, like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a video. That'll be all for this one. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.